Hi Virgo, and welcome to your Love Story Tarot reading for April 2019. This reading is a little bit different as I am just going to follow one storyline. I'm not going to give anything for like singles, couples, serious relationship. I'm just going to go with one story, whatever comes out in the cards. This reading should resonate all the way or not at all, okay? So Virgo, let's see what's coming out for you guys. I'm going to start by pulling a card for your energy and the energy of the other person involved in this relationship connection. Okay, so one side we have I hear you, Gemini, could be a Gemini. You are involved with Virgo. And on the other side we have Pluto, seek facts. So, this to me is about communication in April, Virgo, and it's where one person may be not feeling heard or kind of has misconstrued ideas or perceptions about the other person or where they're coming from, okay? But what I see here is, you know, this side, I hear you, okay? I hear what you're saying. Please hear me. And over here, Spirit's saying, listen, seek facts. Don't listen to gossip. Don't, if you have a feeling about something, don't spend a bunch of stories in your head about, you know, what it is or what it could possibly be. Truly seek facts, Virgo. Don't rely on anything. Like, I always say trust intuition. And if you're feeling something intuitively, before you call somebody out on it or, you know, start freaking out or again spinning stories in your head, truly seek out the facts, okay? So it's like there's been some sort of misunderstanding or miscommunication, and I feel like April is where we're resolving this energy. So Virgo, let's pull some more cards for you guys. All right, Virgo, we have outside influences, heal your wounds, power couple, ignored, and love yourself. Okay, so this is very much in alignment with what I've already said with these two cards, Virgo. With outside influences coming in, based on how this is aspected so far, I do feel like there is things being said by others, either to you about your person or about you to your person. There's, you know, just this energy that's affecting the two of you and what you think of each other and the way you communicate. And this is festered or triggered bigger than it should be because there's something that's happened here, either with each other or this is some emotional baggage that exists outside of this relationship. And it's really impacting and affecting this connection. It's like this emotional baggage has come into this relationship, okay? And it's unfortunate because we have power couple here. So when we understand each other, it's game on. The potential of what this relationship could be is pretty extraordinary, okay? But somebody really feels ignored and kind of pushed to the side, not heard. And with love yourself, there's an element to this connection of self-sacrifice. Again, I feel it's attached to this, whatever these wounds are, whatever's happened in the past, but it's like there's this element of continual self-sacrificing, and Virgo, that's got to end. That has got to change. If that's you, you really need to open up to Spirit and ask, you know, What is it that I need to heal within me? Seek facts, okay, if that's you. Now, Virgo, this could be the other way around, where the person that you're dealing with really has this issue going on, where they have a lot of unhealed, unresolved issues within them, and it causes them to maybe require more of your attention than you're capable or able to give, and maybe that causes friction and confusion and tension, and it's just there somebody could be a bit needy here, and it's not because that's like their personality, it's just whatever's happened in the past, and it's like we need to move on from that. And don't give in to gossip and hearsay, and you know, especially if like some of you have like somebody's ex like reaching out to you, and they're saying like all this stuff that happened and you should be careful, and just don't even indulge that, Virgo, because again, with seek facts and outside influences, I just feel like there's a misinformation going on, there's miscommunication that's happened, and we need to focus on that more than, you know, what was said. Like, what does that even really mean? Why, where did that even come from? Like, why, you know, it's like, look behind things, not so much what's at the obvious. So let's pull some more cards, Virgo. All right, we have, ooh, the light, awakened soul contracts and experiences. Yeah, we really need to reach out to spirit for these facts. Somebody I think is causing trouble in this connection. We have the divine masculine of emotions, the divine feminine of roses. Here's your energy, Virgo. This would be the earth energy right here. We have the shadow. So, wow, we have the light and the shadow sandwiching the couple here, Virgo. Look at that. Yeah, the potential, the connection, and then the outside influence that's going on that's causing the friction. And now we have completion. Okay, so Virgo, in this first 5 cards of your spread, you have 2 court cards and 3 major arcana. So I know there is great potential to this connection. The light and the dark going on here, outside influences. So the light is the potential. The light is where we've got to love ourselves. The light is where we've got to seek facts, not get caught up in triggered emotions, not emotionally react, not spin stories in our head, not listen to all these facts and details and stories and opinions that other people have about your relationship or about who you are with, okay? This is like, we've got to go to our soul and navigate from that place and ask spirit to guide us along the way, because we have this couple here, all right? This would be water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then this is earth energy, you know, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm taking this as you and this as the person that you are involved with, okay? Here is, again, where I see this beautiful connection, power couple, lots of potential between these two. However, there are some karmic lessons, some karmic issues, some soul contracts that have to do with karmic energies, either between the two of you or, again, outside of this connection, and it's impacting the connection. However, Virgo, to move beyond this, to complete this cycle of this, it's like it's time to love ourselves. It's time to heal our wounds, or the person you're involved with, it's finally time for that. It cannot be ignored any longer. It really must take place so that the potential of these energies can move into this space right here. So let's see, under the light, we have solo journey, dark night, reflection, soul searching. Yeah, this is again just a confirmation of calling in spirit to really guide you and help you understand, because the masculine energy really wants a new path here, wants things to work out, wants a new cycle for this connection. Next, we have Six of Thoughts. Under the Divine Feminine of Roses, freedom, moving on, transition. So the feminine energy in this reading, she is wanting change. She doesn't want to hurt anymore. She wants to love herself. She doesn't want to deal with outside influences. There is something about this connection that she wants to move on from, okay? It's like, I'm ready to transition. And so is the masculine energy. It's like we are both ready to complete whatever this karmic is so we can move into the light. Yeah, because look at what follows all of that. New love energies. This would be the Ace of Cups. And lastly, twist of fate. Big change, blessing in disguise, wake up call. Yeah, Virgo, we both desire the same thing in this relationship, okay? But we are dealing with some karmic energies within this connection in April. Whether this is between the two of us, because even if people are, you know, the one for each other, there's still karmic energies that exist within that connection, okay? So there's some of that needs to be resolved. If these wounds are about different things that's happened in this relationship, you know, prior, and now we carry this emotional baggage, it is really, really time to move on from that. That's karmic energy that you've completed. Like, that cycle is over. We're ready for the new cycle to begin within this connection, but we've got to heal. We've got to love ourselves. We've got to move on. And we've got to close ourselves to outside influences that impact this relationship in a negative capacity, all right? And a lot of self-love needs to happen, and allowing spirit to come in, because we have the light and solo journey. So maybe there's been some thoughts because of just the challenge going on here, like, you know, maybe it's time for us to have, you know, a separation or time apart. Like, that could be on somebody's mind. But again, you need to call spirit in and ask spirit to show you, what is this? Because it almost looks like there's a confusion of, is this person a karmic or is this person my one? And what I see here, Virgo, is there is great potential for this relationship. I don't have soulmate. I don't have twin flame. I don't have any of that coming out. Spirit is trying to focus on whatever this emotional baggage is, outside influence, needs to be wiped from the relationship so that you can transition and move on into a brand new energy. We have new energy, moving on, new energy. So to me, that's like, it's time to really get rid of the past, let the past go, and, you know, see what could be within this relationship. But, you know, this could be a combination of the two of you have this emotional wounds to heal, or this could be where one of you, this is just very predominant, and that needs to happen for the next step, okay? So let's pull a couple of cards to see the most elevated energies that exist within this connection in April. All right, well, there's one. Okay, trust, meant to be, divine timing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, gosh, that's beautiful, Virgo. Listen, seek facts, okay? Don't ignore intuition, but don't go crazy with it. Really ask spirit to show you, because I see new energy. After some soul searching, it's time to move on from the karmic energies. Completion, the world, twist of fate, things change, but we've got some inner work to do. you know, this relationship, it's meant to be. It's all about divine timing. And over here, we have depth, intelligence, sophistication. So this is not superficial. Even if this is like a newer connection, this is not a superficial connection. There is much depth to this. The full potential of it is yet to come, okay? And Spirit's not really going there. It's like, let's overcome the old and move into these new energies, and then we'll talk about where this path is leading now, okay? So let's pull a couple of cards to see the distorted energies here, these wounds, why we need to love ourselves. What are we ignoring? What are these outside influences? All right, so our jumper is, all right, with this card coming out, this is where somebody is really feeling like a casual connection or being treated like a casual connection. And that's probably why I got that strong message of this is not a casual connection, but it's either somebody treats it as such or somebody feels that that's what's going on. All right. And avoids, rejects, deflects. All right. So this is what this wound is about. All right, Virgo, if this is a connection where we're not fully committed to each other, it's just like it kind of comes and goes, and it's at this point feeling like it's more of a sexual thing to you or to the other person, because they're avoiding commitment, they're avoiding talking about things, they're ignoring, you know, the way the other person feels in this relationship. Solo journey, this might be where we do need to have some separation, okay? And with love yourself, it's like we need to separate. And if somebody's not willing to fully invest, don't give up the booty. Like, just don't do it. Be like, until you're ready to give yourself all to me, stop asking me to give all of myself to you. Because the only difference between my friends and you is I don't sleep with my friends. So if you can't commit to me and say that we're something and more and that you're not going to be out and about with other people, then we're just friends, and I don't sleep with my friends. Okay, so there is that message coming through where and if this isn't about sex, where some element where you've got to really stand up for yourself and refuse, maybe even walk away. And I say you, Virgo, because that's the card that came out under the Virgo energy, where maybe you need to walk away with this solo journey. Put the other person in this relationship in the solo journey energy, okay, which will snap them into reality. And in that process, you work on healing your wounds, because what's meant to be will be. But sometimes you've got to walk away, you know, to have somebody really wake up. And we have that here, big change, blessing in disguise, wake up call, where it's like some big shift, big change needs to happen for the other person to really kind of wake up and recognize what this means to them. But again, there's some sort of outside influence that may be adding to the friction to all of this. But Virgo, this is not just a casual connection. It is not, okay? It's just there's some distorted energy around commitment, and some sort of change needs to take place to get the other person to commit or be all in. And sometimes if you can get, you know, milk from the cow for free, why are you going to pay for it? And I kind of get that sense here. And listen, even if I was with somebody for 7 years, okay? It took us 3 years, like we broke up. So after 7 years, we broke up, no longer committed to each other, okay? Free to see whoever you wanted to see. And it took us 3 years to stop this right here, okay? Why? Because there's so much emotion still involved in a connection after it breaks up, right? And I continued to participate in this because I really wanted to work things out. I didn't want to be with anybody else. I wasn't being with anybody else. Him, on the other hand, different story altogether. And because I allowed this to happen for so long, not recognizing truly what it was, falling back on, well, we've been together for 7 years before this, no way would this be all that is existing now. Like, I just couldn't fathom that, okay? And it caused a lot of wounds. And there were other people that he was with. And ultimately, I wasn't loving myself, Virgo. So if that speaks to you, it's time to put your foot down. And even if you really love somebody, and you have history, and you have connection, if they're avoiding, they're deflecting, you need to close your energy off to them and not be so open in order for them to shift and change and recognize your value, okay? So I'm going to pull a card here to see potential unspoken words between the two of you. All right, so we have Soul. I'm recharging my spiritual batteries right now. Interesting, Virgo, because we have the Light, Solo Journey, and Meant to Be, and now I'm recharging my batteries. So if you have walked away from this situation, or this situation has recently separated, or there's just distance that exists within it, somebody is soul searching, somebody is recharging their batteries, and I feel this comes after that big wake-up call where somebody put their foot down and said, look, no more. This just cannot go on as it has any longer. And that really shifts the energy here, okay? I don't feel like this, if this connection is broken up, I don't feel like it's over. It needs a breather, because we have this card right here. You know, what's meant to be is meant to be. It's all about divine timing. So Virgo, let's pull a card to get some advice. All right, so we have faith. Faith is not a belief that God will do what you want. It is a belief that God will do what is right. This goes back to this card right here. All things in divine timing, Virgo. And again, what's meant to be will be. There's just some work that needs to happen here. And Spirit is always on our side, whether we believe it or not. And, you know, even if you, in your time frame, it's not moving the way you expect, or you don't feel that things are fairly balancing out, trust Spirit, okay? Really trust Spirit that all things move in divine timing. All things are truly working out in your favor. And there's just a lot of spiritual growth attached to wounds and outside influences that needs to be addressed, whether within you, within the other person. But again, put the foot down and trust that what's meant to be will be. Don't tolerate anybody treating you casually. I don't care what your history is, because unfortunately for me, we fell into this routine for way too long, and it ultimately destroyed this connection that we had once shared. And I just feel like there's potential here. There's just shifting and soul searching and soul growth that needs to happen. And you need to have faith in Spirit and trust that what's meant to be will be. We've just got to work on healing ourselves right now. All right, Virgo? So those are your messages. I am wishing you all the best. Take care.